Look, everybody fucking cruise back to the house with me. I'm gonna have you down on my lap. I don't want to put my phone up and get fucking popped a block from the house.
Yeah, no shit.
That would suck.
And I'll put my seatbelt on so you don't have to listen to my car, bitch.
Well, that'd be great considering you're live now.
I've had my seatbelt on the whole time. What are you talking about?
What's happening? What's going on?
There's just some crackhead wandering in the middle of the fucking street.
Yay to the crackhead wandering the street. He's gonna keep the cop busy.
That's true. I don't have to worry about it. They'll get him first. It's the witching hour for crackheads right now, dude. Between 11 and midnight.
That's normally between like 2 and 3 in Vegas.
Yeah, that's how it is in Butte. But it's mostly, I don't know. It's such a weird fucking city because they're the only city in the whole state that doesn't have an open container law. The only time you can't have an open container is from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. or to 8 a.m. After that, you're golden. You can wander around with an open container.
It's like Vegas. You can get drunk on the strip all day long.
Yeah,
Yeah, when I
that's
went
kind
to
of
New
cool
York,
though.
you just walk up and down the street drinking whatever you wanted.
Yeah,
Get to
and
go.
Butte, it's an old mining town, so they do a lot of they have bars that are under the city that like a lot of the workers used to go to. So they do tours and shit of those now, which is pretty cool. I haven't been on one, but I wanna do a tour. All right, there
That
we
was
go.
Far Cry 5.
Thanks, Johnny Cash. Did you like it? Hey, I saw that you were working on a new song earlier. Did you get it finished yet?
I pre-ordered Far Cry 5 the second I saw it was in Montana. I'm not even gonna lie.
Johnny Cash just finished it.
It's a great game.
Nice.
It's definitely one of my favorites. There's been a couple games where I pre-ordered them and I was like, I absolutely
How
regret
you doing
this.
tonight?
The main one was I ain't
You
even
beat
gonna lie,
good stuff.
the new Battlefield was a disappointment at first.
What, 2042?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, there's a guy, I think it's 2042. He's got a jumpsuit.
Oh yeah, the wingsuit.
That's the only reason why I actually want to play that game.
Yeah, some people are beast with the wingsuit. I can't use it for shit. I'm not fucking great with it.
This is what you do with it.
Yep. I
And
have a
when
clip.
you come up sharp,
Yep.
and then you get back
Slow
to slow.
down.
Yep.
I'm really good at the helicopters though.
Shout out
Battlefield
to the 4 people
3
that
and
hit the
4.
thumbs up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was my specialty. I used to one of the guys that taught me how to fly when I was fucking around in my dad's gaming community. Dude would have the nose of the helicopter like 3 inches off the ground and just be strafing everybody.
Tucker says, nice hat.
Thanks, man.
Jordan for life.
Right? Fucking
Don't get it twisted. Everybody else is still a good baller, but look at stats.
yeah.
Who
That's
win
what
how
I
many
was
times and who come back with how many rings?
yeah. I was just talking to a coworker about Shaq, about how he's only made, I think it was literally one throw from the 3-point line in his whole career.
He's a center.
Yeah. But that's his thing was he couldn't shoot for shit.
He
But
couldn't catch a free throw to save a dunk.
yeah.
Nice, Johnny Cash.
And yes, he's going to get me for that.
But he's in the Hall of Fame. And so I'm like, it really doesn't matter as long as you're a good player, they'll fucking put you in there.
Yeah. As
Johnny
long as you
Cash,
agree with the coach.
how long does it take
Yep.
you to beat Warcry?
Probably about a week.
Fucking I went to school with a kid who you know who Kent Herbeck is? He played for the Twins.
Not off top head.
Fucking I went to school with one of his grandsons.
A few hours.
Appreciate
So we
that.
used to me and my dad, we used to go out fishing with them a lot. He's like one of the legends of the Twins. And then like he's up there with Kirby Puckett.
Nice.
Good to put you on the first one I shared.
Okay, now here's the crazy part. I got something for your dome.
Huh.
What player did Jordan replace?
No idea.
If I remember correctly, his name's Quincy Daly.
Mm.
Look him up when you get a chance.
Right.
He was a starter on the 82 line.
Hmm.
And I believe Jordan showed up in 83.
Right.
Guess who's the gentleman I just happened to coincidentally run into while growing up?
Huh.
Quincy Daly.
That's fucking sick.
He says, my butt.
Fucking
Andres, I hope you enjoy your haircut.
one of my
Still 10. If I didn't know that, how would I be able to understand what person that is and who he replaced?
right. My one of my buddies I used to game with when I was like 15, 16, he was related to Paul George.
Nice.
Fuck, that was back in the good old days of GTA.
Oh man, I got the online right after fucking they released the casino.
Yeah.
We had that casino duplication glitch. That was the shit.
Yeah, where you could just back out and then completely rerun it without having to do the setups and shit.
Yep.
I miss those days.
Oh,
There's
dude, I did the CEO dupe glitch with the fucking Maze Tower.
yeah,
You had to set up at the dock. It was a two-person setup, but once you set it up, you could run solo as long as the person that set you up didn't come back into the lobby.
right. Huh. Yeah, because me and my buddy used to do that the same thing with the KO where like you'd get kind of like to the end screen and then the
Right
top
before it
person would just
flashes.
back out.
Same thing with the fucking Bogdan.
Yep. But now I'm always broke on GTA now. I think if I load it up right now, I'd probably have like 500,000. That's it.
I probably have about 2.5 million.
Yeah,
And it's all in casino chips because every time I come into the casino,
mm-hmm.
I buy as many chips as I can, and
Yep.
then I go spin as well as collect my 1,000 from the cage every day.
Yeah. And then the wheel, dude, I always get gypped out of the wheel spin. It's always clothing or RP for me.
Dude, if I was to load back in GTA and actually load in, I have
Right.
an entire garage of podium vehicles.
Fuck. Yeah, I have the what is it,
And I'm
the
not talking
GTA
a
Plus?
I'm not talking a standard 10-car garage either.
Right. It's the the age or not the it's the agency, isn't it? Where it's like
Yeah,
the
that's the one
50-car garage or whatever.
no, that's the CEO headquarters.
Yeah.
But the agency is the one that I actually had all my cars loaded into. Whether
Yep.
I got them from the podium or not, if I had a version of them that was modded in any way,
Yeah.
I would swap it out for the modded one.
Right. Shit, I have one car that I've literally kept since I started the game, and I realized they took it out of the website, the Feltzer.
You can't
It's
get the FNJs anymore.
damn.
The GT40s.
Yep.
I have it on F1s and Benny's.
The only one you can get now, they added, it's like the new, like the 2024 Ford GT.
That's the one they took out. You can only get it in the new. You know how you can go check
Oh.
the car dealership?
Yeah.
You can only get it in the car dealership now.
Oh shit.
And if it doesn't appear in the car dealership, you can't get it at all unless you get it from somebody that has one.
Right. Fuck.
Like the Frankenstage,
Yep. I
I
have
couldn't
that
find
one.
it on Los Santos.
The
And then
only
my homeboy
reason,
whipped it out and it was there.
yeah. So I can still go on the website and purchase it, but it's only if you purchase them while they are in there for that limited time.
Correct. Otherwise, it never loads for that player
Yep.
because that's data lost on a player that doesn't need data.
Yep. Fuck, I miss the old like the 360 days I had. It was, I think, $3.6 billion.
Nice.
Then I was level 400 and something. And then when I uploaded to Xbox One, they took all my money and only demoted me to level 80. And I still kept everything. They didn't take any of my cars, any of my weapons. I could still go in and buy ammo for the weapons.
When they reset you on PlayStation side, you might as well have just bought the game.
Yeah.
Reset story mode too.
Fuck. Yeah, when I got it on the Xbox One, when I had gotten it, I had to restart story. But also on 360, I had like an external. I'd use like a little like 4 gig flash drive, and I'd tweak with the files so I could get like completely custom cars and stuff like that.
Yep.
I feel like honestly, with the older consoles, you had a lot more freedom with some of your games.
Yeah, I've been sharing them out on all my accounts.
Okay. Bookity boo.
What it do, y'all?
Fuck, I'm finally getting over that cold that we've been fucking passing around the house.
Oh yeah, it seems like that's been going on for a while.
Yeah, fuck. Every time we start to get over it, the kids get it, then the in-laws get it, then we get it, and it just fucking recycles.
Okay, here's the easiest way to get rid of it. It's called the Bratz diet.
Mm,
Faster you can gum it up, faster you can get it out.
right. Yeah, fuck. Thankfully, I had it like I was over it in 2 days, so it wasn't too bad. But the other half, she got hit pretty hard.
You
Couldn't
fast and
even.
she doesn't.
Yep.
That should tell you something.
Because especially like I fast all through the work week, so I fast for those 5 days. Not entirely like all. It's usually I think about 8 p.m. is when I'll eat something, and that's like the only thing I'll eat through the day is whatever I eat at that time.
What time do you go to sleep?
Usually about 10, 11 o'clock.
Have your meal at 7:30. Have
Okay.
a pre-snack at
Right.
about 5:45, 6 o'clock.
Okay. I could
So that
probably.
way you keep your system up and moving, not
Right.
just stagnant.
Right.
Because then the gap time in between allows for sustenance to go where it's supposed to.
Right.
because you're working out.
Because especially at work, we just switched to sea salt a couple weeks ago. So I've been bringing in like a water bottle and I'll fill it with water and put some sea salt in it. Holy shit, it's been making me piss like a racehorse, man.
You're actually retaining water,
Mm-hmm.
and it's getting rid of all the other bullshit, and it's filtering your blood. Guarantee you've been starting to feel better blood pressure wise.
Yeah.
You start adding cayenne into your morning eggs, or when you break fast,
Right.
3 eggs, onion powder, and fucking cayenne pepper.
Right.
Grab either cilantro or spinach.
I like spinach. It's definitely. I'm waiting for the farmers market because I like to go to them and get all the fresh shit.
Here's the other thing you need to start doing. See down there?
Yeah.
When you see it going, start acknowledging it, because the less you acknowledge, the less they throw you into the algorithm.
Right. Okay.
So even though she's here,
Right. I got you.
so
Yeah, no, it's just a hybrid mix of
there you
shake
go.
that I got from the dispo. Not too bad. Does the trick.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
The hybrids are especially for my ADHD, it helps a little bit more than if I just go straight indica because then half the time I'm like I'm ready for bed. So I try to get like indicas for like after work for bedtime and shit.
Yeah.
And either sativas or hybrids for throughout the day.
I can't wait until I can actually get back to smoking actual weed.
Oh man, I fucking that's what I love about out here cuz especially like growing up in Minnesota the whole time I was out there it was not exactly something you could just walk into a store and buy, so that was a really nice change. I think last time I was out there, not even kidding you man, me and the wife were walking into the Mall of America and we were talking about because we've been just kind of like our dream thing was like opening up a dispo, and I was like,
Yeah.
this would be the perfect
Oh,
place. And we round the corner, and boom, there's a dispensary right fucking there.
nice.
I was like, damn, talk about manifestation, man. So of course,
Coincidence.
yeah, big mistake. First stop, the dispensary. And then we get to a part of the mall and it's literally just a fucking food court, bro. And at that point, if you're already stoned, you're fucked. I ain't even gonna lie, because they got anything you can imagine, they got it.
I've only been to a couple different malls. And well, 1, 2, 3, I think 4, possibly 5 malls in Denver.
Mm. Yeah, because the
1 in Augusta and 2 in Vegas.
okay. Yeah, because the one in Bloomington, the Mall of America, it was the biggest mall in the world until Dubai built their mall.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey, have you looked up the recent resonance scans?
Mm-mm.
Oh, 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 oh. All right. Hey, let's say this is the Empire State Building.
Right.
Okay. If this is the Empire State Building and this is the Burj Khalifa, isn't this the current biggest thing on the planet?
Yeah.
Well, what if I tell you there's something like this
Fuck. That would be kind of cool to see.
and take this one out of the equation?
Right. Yeah.
Make this one that one.
Holy
Guess what
shit.
building? Guess what building this is?
Huh.
The Great Pyramid.
Damn.
There's 8 pillars underneath it, and each 2 set of pillars has its own box underneath
Right.
it.
I remember reading
Um,
about the pillars and shit.
that big ass Rosetta Stone that's in front of the Sphinx right paw
Yeah.
says there's a big ass chamber underneath.
Hmm.
It's called the Tomb of Records.
Right. Huh.
Well, they found it. They just haven't dug down there to get it. And guess what the distance of this fucking thing is?
Huh.
From the top of the pillar to the bottom of the box.
Right.
2K.
Holy fuck.
That's a mile and a half.
Yeah.
The Burj Khalifa. I
Damn.
mean, shit. The World Trade Center replacement was 1776.
Yeah.
Burj Khalifa something like 21 and some change.
Yeah. Holy shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
this thing's like,
So,
including the pyramids, is probably close to, I don't know, almost 2 full miles.
right. Holy shit.
It's probably about 265, 272, somewhere in that range.
Right. And see, that's why I'm kind of there's no way that the Egyptians weren't visited by some sort of higher, evolved people.
Okay, I'll refer to Cat Williams' statement on this one. If you have biblical knowledge, okay,
Right.
biblical knowledge was to stated that Adam was to only live of 120 years.
Right.
Telomere number 2, responsible for age, is capped at 120 years.
Hmm.
If we were made to only be 120 years, doesn't that take a device to be able to fuse the cap?
Huh.
If you have a leaky
Right.
pipe, what do you have to do? Close the pipe, right?
Yeah. Hmm. Because then, if you think about it, you've got a couple people that are known and they're to live 300 plus years.
Noah was 900.
Yeah.
Now, here's the crazy part. Who's above Noah?
That'd be Jesus, right?
Lamech, Methuselah.
Okay.
There's one more, and then there's Enoch.
Okay.
Enoch is Noah's great grandfather.
Mm. Huh.
The book of Enoch was taken out.
Right. And then it's what is it? I think it's the Ethiopian Bible is like the most accurate one to everything that actually happened.
As far as the Christian Stack Bible is concerned, yes.
Yeah.
It's the only unaltered book besides Hindu.
Yep.
Everything else has been rewritten.
Yeah. And especially with the Bible is the most rewritten book just because of how many times it's been translated.
The Christian side has, yes.
Yep.
Now, here's the crazy thing that'll blow your fucking mind. There are black Jews with blue eyes in Ethiopia
Hmm.
that are genetically related to the white ones.
Right.
how do you lose melanin?
It's a genetic mutation, right?
Polar bear, grizzly bear.
Right.
Who came first?
Well, because if you follow the genealogy, we all originally came from Africa, and then
Where's the
us,
oldest site?
where's the what?
Where's the oldest site?
I'm not sure where the oldest site is.
As far as I know right now, the oldest site on Earth is Adam's Calendar site in South Africa. It's dated to 200,000 years,
Okay.
and they're still digging.
Huh. Because I know then, like, where, like, we specifically, like, white people originate from is definitely a colder climate up in the Caucasus Mountains.
Not if we all come from Africa.
Right. But I guess, if we we would have eventually, moved out to that sort of area, it would kind of make sense that over time we would evolve and adapt to kind of blend into that sort of environment.
Well, this is where this now brings into turn. What do you believe in aliens?
We're
Because
definitely not the only intelligent beings,
there's the tall Nordic whites.
right?
There's they have now said that the Denisovans
Hmm.
aren't humos Homo sapien
Right.
as we know it. It's a distinct, like Neanderthal.
Hmm.
Well, guess where the Denisovan cave is?
Huh.
It's either in Russia or in Malaysia,
Huh.
and they're completely different to everybody else that is us.
Right.
Facial structure is completely different.
Right. Because I know there's even a lot of people today that still have Neanderthal in their DNA.
Everybody does.
Yeah, because there was a interbreeding between Homo sapiens and Neanderthal.
They found a gentleman that did a blood study, and he doesn't come up on any of that, and
Huh.
it's not in his, and his dates back to well past where it was.
Damn.
They found a whole new line when this dude dropped his blood.
Hmm.
You watch a lot of UFC, right?
Yeah.
Adesanya, big, thick dude, really
Okay.
big.
Yeah.
He got into a nice little scuffle and got all this fucked up.
Right.
By the time he got to the doctor, the socket was already repairing itself.
Huh.
What the fuck does that man eat?
Right. God damn.
What natural herbs is that man eating that his body repaired a broken socket before he got to the doctor?
Right.
He didn't bullshit. He took the fight, took the
Right.
ride, and then went to the doctor, and it was already healing.
What the fuck?
Hey, and this is quoted
Huh.
off of Joe Rogan.
Right.
Some people are just that way. It's like
Yeah.
way back in the days, there was a report of a certain crash in a certain area, and
Right.
it was to be of the little ones that are like
Mm.
3 or 4 foot tall.
Yeah.
There ain't a fucking person in that region that's over 4'5".
Huh.
Just saying.
I think I remember hearing something about that. And then, like, honestly, just you look at even just like the Mayans, like there's a lot of ancient civilizations where some of the shit that they had developed, there's no way that they weren't given any sort of advancement by a higher being.
Yeah, and guess who that's turning out to be?
Huh.
You said the Mayans, right?
Yeah.
They believe in Quetzalcoatl or
Yeah.
Kukulkan.
Yeah.
Why don't you start checking into the Hindu mythology and check for the Hindu god that left India and made a land geoglyph mark on another continent?
Huh.
Guess what his name was?
Huh.
Quetzalcoatl.
Hmm.
He was known as the serpent.
Okay.
In the glyphs, he's the
Right.
seven-headed serpent.
Huh.
Don't the Hindu gods have 7 heads, or some of them?
Yeah.
Why don't you check in Roman?
Hmm.
It's the 7-headed snake, right?
Yeah.
Shit.
Damn.
They're coming to find out. And you know who Billy Carson is, right?
I think so.
Ancient aliens type shit. Only this gentleman went and saw the shit his damn self. He's just not a believer of what he's told. He's went and done the shit himself.
Hmm.
He has went and taken pictures of the helicopter, plane, and submarine in his own picture, and he's pointing at
Okay.
it.
Okay.
But during the tour, you're told not to go over there.
Right.
But because
Huh.
of who he is, he got
Right.
access to everything.
Huh.
And he went over and checked it out. Anyway, through this man's studies and some of the books and all the things that he points out, they're finding out that this person that everybody's being taught and everybody calls the teacher
Right.
is all the same fucking person.
Huh.
And that 5-letter name that the Western civilization has now put on a platform
Right.
is one of the teachers named that certain name.
Huh.
Only his name isn't that or the Y name.
Right.
It's either Enki or Enlil,
Huh.
the Sumerian gods that come down and spread knowledge.
Right.
Well, they came down over here. They went back up. They came down over here. They went back up and they taught this language. They taught this language. They taught this language. They taught this language. They taught that language.
Right.
So none of these motherfuckers could cohabitate. And let's see how this system plays out.
Huh. Right.
And what we do until we started knowing past.
Just literally, we would just rage war. Yeah.
Erase the past and
Yeah.
conquer our own.
Yep.
Well, when you start reading your past, you understand what the fuck really happened.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's kind of
You found a pre-Roman Bible?
no.
Look for one. Talks about corporations.
Huh. Because I think fuck, the only Bible I had was like the children's Bible and shit, and then I kind of
The King James Version.
yeah, I kind of fell out of religion because everyone, well, not really fell out. I just kind of stopped going to church and shit because all my
Started
family
to
that
see
would
the
bring me there were
hypocrisy.
like shitty people.
Started to see the hypocrisy.
Yeah.
And the only common factor was, quote, God-fearing.
Yep.
Yeah,
And it
no.
was like the church they went to was one of those churches where they're like, "Oh, we're gonna pass it around. You don't donate, but you should," kind of shit. So, wasn't really my thing.
Yep.
That whole give 10% to the flock or to the church was actually
Yeah.
back when you could grow your own food, and the 10% out by the road was for the community to just walk by and take if
Yeah.
they wanted.
And that was in like
That's what that-
2005 and 2006, and I remember the pastor was driving like a '01 Corvette, and that's when I knew I was like, This is really just lining his pockets.
No reason those pastors need
See,
private planes and mansions.
the
Yeah.
dumb ones put it in their own names. The smart one put it in the church's name.
Yeah.
Because when you know how to do things, things start ramping very quickly.
Yeah.
Gangsta, gangsta, pimp all the smoke about it. Oh,
Sure, there's no leaks in this fucker.
use a grinder, fool. You ain't got to worry about stems poking your shit.
Nah, it was just this wrap is just it was so dry. So I had to like do my best.
You
It's
know,
get
when you
all like
touch them, if it doesn't give and it snaps, hand it back to them and say, hey, do you got any fresh ones of these? If not, order fresh pack, please.
yeah.
Yeah, matter of fact, here's $5 on that $10 pack.
Shit.
I had a homeboy that every time he got a fucking he'd go to the goddamn store and fucking buy a whole container of
Yeah.
platinum switchers
Oof.
and then charge $1 for them.
Damn.
Hey, well,
Oh shit. I can barely fucking see it. Let me see if this helps. It's that Gatorade I was telling you about. They like collab the fucking flavors. It's cool blue and fruit punch.
nice.
Shit's really good. I brought one to work and I was like, I'm getting more of these right after.
That's my side.
I remember doing that shit as a kid. So now I'm like, I wonder if they got somebody in marketing that's like my age just pushing shit now.
Most likely.
It's a good way to stay relevant. Dude, I fear for this next generation. I ain't even gonna lie.
Well, that just means how much more we need to do.
Yeah. Have you seen the shorts and shit of all these kids at the Minecraft movie? Like throwing popcorn and shit like that.
What do you think we did back in the day? I don't know what the fuck you did, but we was some wild, savage little fuckers.
I was gonna say for us it wasn't so much like, throwing popcorn and shit around movie theaters. It was more other activities.
Hanging out with your girlfriend.
Eh,
Taking a pistol in a movie theater.
I don't know what you're talking about. Well, not like that, but shit.
Well, some of these youngins wilding out, so you never know.
God, I know it's ridiculous. Like I remember when I was a kid, like you could literally just throw hands and literally be fine the next day with the dude. Now they're trying to like shoot motherfuckers or stab somebody over some small shit. I'm like, just
Don't nobody want to get embarrassed.
yeah, like you
I don't
just
give a fuck about getting embarrassed.
you gotta throw your pride to the side. Like either you win the fight or you get your ass whooped. That's how the outcome always was.
Yep. If you got dazed and you go down, I'm not finna kick you in the face.
Yeah, exactly. Like once you go down, the fight's over from there. Unless you get up and start swinging again, the fight's over.
I mean, at that point in time, I've already kind of told you what not to do and then warned you and then did what I was said I was going to do. And some people just don't pay attention.
Exactly.
I was always told if you ever have to do that scenario, whisper in the ear. I started, bitch. You started.
Yeah, my
And
my
then choke
dad.
up.
Yeah, that's how my dad always was. Like he always told me like don't swing first. As long as you don't swing first, you ain't gonna get in trouble with the school. And realistically, it applies to your adult life as well. Just don't fucking swing first, and you're golden to whoop their ass.
That's what I told my kids. Don't Don't start it, but end it.
Yeah.
My instructions were simple. Take out a limb.
Yeah. Well,
And the
my
faster you can make him not breathe,
yeah.
the better. Because you can't fight if you can't breathe. I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck who you are.
That's what my dad always told me too. He's like, realistically, if you get into a fight, I'm gonna be real with you. The weakest point in the body is the nose, and it's the quickest way to daze somebody if you hit it just right.
Negative. I can hit you right here and completely kill your arm.
That's true. Yeah.
I can
What?
hit you right here and make your leg stop moving.
Yeah.
That is the point right there. Like my foot is tingling as I pressure.
Right. Well,
So
his
all I
main
gotta do
thing
is catch
was
you right there on your shit.
yeah. Yeah. The pressure points are fucking huge. His main thing was just fucking drive the nose up because when he was in Vietnam, one of the groups that
Yeah.
his they trained with while they were there is they had monks come in and train them some of the martial arts.
Yeah, I get the no strike for the scenario taught, but
Yeah.
you're on this end. Unless he's got a weapon, don't touch
Yeah.
his nose. Clap him right here.
Yeah.
Don't clap dead center though. That's the problem.
A lot of
You
times
need to clap
I
one
go
of the
for
blood
the
vessels.
yeah, I go for the double leg takedown, and if you're not chill after that, whatever happens, happens.
So you immediately go for the shoot?
I was a lot of my friends were wrestlers, so that's what we do, like along with like body boxing and shit like that. Like we used to actually fucking beat the shit out of each other as kids.
Oh. What they taught us is if somebody comes in for a shoot like that,
Right,
pick the side, whichever,
right.
assign side, let them take the shoot. Because when they're going in to grab and shoot, what's the thing out in the open?
They're back.
Negative.
Huh.
What's out in the open right now?
Mm. Either well, depending on your angle, it would be either your face or the back of your head as well. Your neck, huh? Hmm.
The first place you need to slap is a blood vessel. Because as soon as you pressurize
Right.
the system, the brain goes, "What the fuck?" And the person
Right.
goes, "Oh, god damn." Now
You get
you've
that
got it dazed.
yeah, you get that quick shock, yeah, that fucks you up.
Bah! Just a quick fucking hand chop to the side of the neck.
Yeah.
Bah! Fuck you. And if they keep coming, bow, immediately cross with the elbow. You don't move
Okay.
and you rotate twice.
Right.
If they're within this,
Right.
and you're moving forward.
Right. Okay.
And if you've slapped, you can come down, grab shirt, and pull forward and bring elbow in at the same time,
Yeah.
doubling your force. And in 2 strikes, I don't give a fuck who they are. That's a blood check and an elbow to the fucking jawline.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck, I got my ass whooped once body boxing. Well, I wasn't even body boxing. Like, we got pissed and started boxing. And I got busted up. My dad was like, "That's it. You're going to take fucking boxing lessons." He's like, "I don't want you getting your ass kicked anymore."
Jiu-jitsu.
Mhm.
Make people look like they're doing stupid shit.
I thought about
I swear to God, I need to get up. I can think to see.
All right. I think I'm good.
Okay.
But no, I thought about getting back into like mostly I wanted to do boxing for the cardio And then
Okay.
I was thinking, once I kind of slimmed down a little bit more, I wanted to do Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Start with calisthenics
Okay.
because the calisthenics will keep you in the Brazilian jiu-jitsu body.
Okay.
You do not need size with jiu-jitsu.
Mm,
Prime example. The last one probably outweighed me by 45 pounds.
right.
All you have to do is know what to do and when to do it. And
Yeah.
if you know what's coming, it's a matter of a certain movement
Yeah.
and
And I
it's
think
guaranteed.
jiu-jitsu is part of their combat training now, isn't it? Their hand to hand.
It's level 1.
Yeah.
It's basic hand to hand.
Mm,
They've got you in that motherfucker rolling up in arm bars and fucking wrist locks, ankle locks,
yeah.
how to get out of it just in case the person's trained.
Right.
Then you move into
Shit.
level 2 and they take you into the mat.
Right.
The level 3 instructor comes up and slaps you in the face.
Fuck.
You come back to class, or you come back to the fucking unit with a black eye.
Yeah. See, but I'm like, shit like that kind of sounds like fun because, I mean, I guess I could do the same shit civilian wise too.
I
I
mean,
mean,
you could.
yeah. Because
But
especially if I'm gonna go through law enforcement, I feel like it's very important that I learn some form of martial arts so that my firearm is an absolute complete last resort.
what's the first thing you should know as law enforcement?
Well, I would say personally, before I even think about it, I'm gonna fucking study up not only on. I want to be able to not only fucking be a cop, but pass the bar test if I needed to, type shit. Like I would like to know the law inside and out before I even decided.
Could I pause you right there on that thought?
Uh,
A cop is an ego trip. An
right,
officer understands his bounds.
right,
There's a clear difference when you meet them.
okay,
You ever met one cop that was so cool, you're just like, dude, you're just a fucking cool cop.
yeah,
Yeah. That's an officer.
okay,
Okay. The asshole that gets up in your face and tells you to this and that and pulls command,
right.
that's a cop. He's an ego challenge. You'll lose that off the rip.
I don't think any like, issue I've had. I don't think I've had a single issue with the police force out here. They've all been extremely awesome people, and that's part of the reason where I was like, I would love to be law enforcement out here.
Well, but what is the most abundant thing a police officer should know before becoming a police officer?
Well, I would say being withholding the Constitution, it would be very important to know that inside and out. Especially before anything. Because especially out here, that's
What up, Ahmed? Appreciate you stopping in
realistically
the stream.
like more what we follow than anything. Appreciate you, bro.
What supersedes law
Uh, I
on
don't
the
know.
civilian sector?
I'm I'm not sure.
Supreme Court,
Makes sense, yeah.
because they can change the law.
Right.
How's your day going, Ahmed? But yeah, the understanding of the Constitution and the oath to protect it.
Yeah.
Boogity boogity boo. My titties looking at you. What up, Ben?
I just see a light in the window at the corner of my eye. Fucking tripped me out for a second.
Okay.
It's like one of them RGB strobe lights in somebody's room.
Yeah.
Somebody's having a great time.
I might be able to pull this off without this being loud as fuck. Let me know how loud this comes across for you.
Yeah, fuck. Compared to like Minnesota, where I grew up, like it's way more fucking lax. I had a when I picked up my Civic, it had a silencer in it just so it was compliant, and I didn't realize the bolt had came and rattled loose. So it fell out when I was thankfully while I was putting gas in. So I just threw it in the trunk, and as I was leaving the gas station, I got pulled over for a loud exhaust. Out here, no issue. Emissions, don't know what those are. You want to fully delete your diesel? Go ahead.
It's one of the reasons why supercar owners are out of Montana.
Yep.
Also, insurance reasons too.
Yeah. Plus, I think it's the sales tax on the vehicle you don't have to pay, which is
You know
pretty
why?
nice. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't really looked into it state-wise. I don't question it. I just agree with it.
There's 7
Hmm.
states:
Yeah.
Delaware, Nevada, Wyoming, I believe
Mm,
Montana,
yeah.
and then there's a couple more that do not have state taxes.
Yep.
I think
I
it's
think
Alaska and Hawaii. I could be wrong with Hawaii though.
yeah, because I know we have like no sales tax or anything like that, and then the only thing you really get railed on is property tax around here because that's what makes up for the lack of everything else.
Yep.
And also because a lot of rich people buy their vacation homes out here.
Yep. You know what the crazy part is?
Huh.
Guess where that property tax funds go to?
Huh.
Law enforcement.
It makes sense.
It's how they get their funding
One of
because
the
they're patrolling those areas.
hmm, one of the police departments, I think it was Billings, there was a mansion right outside of town. And well, it turns out that the dude who owned it was into drug smuggling.
Yep, they
So,
snatched that right up.
yep, and then put it up for auction, and it
For half its
sold
price.
for I think it was like $10.5 million.
Man,
And
we're all over the U.S.
yeah, yeah, all that money went entirely to the police department. So they have so much fancy shit now.
Mm-hmm. This is a beautiful thing about asset forfeiture.
Yeah.
Now, here's the bad thing about asset forfeiture. What if somebody has receipts and bank statements?
Hmm.
But you
I don't
check
know.
out a guy in California. He was traveling with 160 grand in his trunk. They seized it, called it drug money.
I think I remember hearing about that.
Oh yeah, here's the fucked up part.
Hmm.
He's a U.S. veteran with bank receipts.
Yeah, that's the guy that was a Marine, right? I
I
think it
believe so.
was. Yeah. I think he won that case too, because I think they when he went to go collect it after all was said and done, I think he was shorted. I think they took some of it, didn't they?
No, it cost him 100 grand to get his 160 grand back.
That's what it was.
So because he got pulled over, it cost him $100,000.
Yeah.
Nah, Ahmad, you're talking about the lieutenant down in Georgia. We're talking about a Marine in California.
Yeah.
But that dude in Georgia, they did foul.
Yeah.
That was hella. That dude was in uniform.
Mm-hmm.
And what they said they couldn't see, they could see on camera when he pulled into the gas station.
Yeah.
That's the fucked up part.
That was that guy they maced in his vehicle, right?
The lieutenant, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I'm
Oh,
glad he won that case too.
hey, like we were talking about in Discord, the gentleman that happened in Georgia, the infantry boy,
Yeah.
he got arrested for assault and battery.
Huh.
The dude come up to him and his girlfriend and his friend and his girlfriend, okay,
Right.
couple. Random dude walks up, asks for a cigarette. They all say they don't smoke. He tries to rob him.
Hmm.
Infantry boy does his infantry boy things,
Right.
gets him on the ground, takes the pistol with them from him, and then either punches him, pistol whips him, or kicks him.
Right.
At that point in time, he is now the aggressor in the scenario.
Yeah. That was that
That's
one
why
in
he got arrested.
it was like outside in that I think it was like a strip mall, right? In the parking
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, right there
Yeah.
by Benning, I believe.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of body cam on that one too. That one was not handled great.
You want to see dumbass body cams? Go watch Lackluster.
And then
You want to see first person interaction between forward facing government employees? Go watch auditing uh
isn't it
auditing
auditing?
America.
Oh, I
No,
watch and then there's another guy I watch. It's audit, I think, or something like that.
yeah, there's Audit the Audit, Lackluster, We the People University.
Yep.
Fuck, who's the other one? Accountability for All. That dude's pretty fucking cool.
There's a guy I watch that does the same thing, but he's in Australia, and he cracks me up. I fucking love watching his stream, because then immediately after he gets done, like it's like almost borderline tormenting these poor employees, but he knows exactly what he's doing, so they can't do shit.
Check
And
out Bay
then
Area Transparency. You'll like him.
mm, yeah, then right after he'll be like, "All right, we're going to the pub." Like this guy would just be a blast to hang out with.
Yeah.
Because sometimes he'll just be like out sightseeing, or there'll be like a government vehicle pulled up, and he'll be like recording it. They'll be like, you can't record," and then he'll be like, "Actually, I can." Da 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 da. And they try to get all pissy with him, and then he just like they're like, "Whatever, just get the fuck out of here." Poor those poor people in the UK, man, can't even say anything over Facebook without getting arrested.
That's when you know it's tyranny.
They were talking. Oh shit! Oh shit! There's a
What?
deer like right in front of me.
Nice.
Look at this fucking
Nice.
dude just hanging out. I even got my pool set up. Spooked by a cat. As long as you don't come fuck with my car, we're okay. Otherwise, I'm having fucking venison. That's what's for dinner. Dude, all the time too. They just love to come hang out around here.
You know it's safe and there's food.
The only issue with that is we've been getting mountain lions closer and closer to town now.
Start wearing a hat with eyes in the back.
I'm gonna have to. They haven't found them like where I'm at yet, but they're like, I'd say probably like a mile up the mountain a bit,
Oh, they're already in your territory. They just haven't been seen.
more than likely. Yeah, probably like a mile or two. Because we're pretty close to the town, like where two of the major roads meet. So it would be kind of crazy for him to be this far into town, but I wouldn't be surprised. That's why I'm happy. I'm at least not like butt fuck nowhere where I gotta consistently worry about them. Like, don't get me wrong, as cool as it would be to live somewhere where I can also hunt on my own land, I don't want to deal with wolves and cougars and bears and especially
Sheep,
fucking
so mine.
grizzlies.
And sheep, so mine.
Yeah. I'm fucking deep in grizzly country, man. I don't want to fuck with them.
And see, that's why I wouldn't bring my skinny ass up there.
You'll be okay. Just gotta carry something big.
Yeah, Smith and Wesson 500.
Yep. You'll be okay. Or 5.56 also does a trick if you're out hiking. You'll be okay. If
I
you're
mean,
if
you can
you're
touch them at a distance, but if they're close, you need something that thumps them, not makes them go, "What the fuck was that?" Oh, damn, my arm hurts. You want something that's gonna go, a kaboom.
308 wouldn't be bad, or 300 blackout.
AK round.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you get an FNN 57.
I wanted to. I was thinking about doing getting a 50 Beowulf build, but that's more of like a go to the range and fuck around on occasion sort of gun.
Occasion. You know, it's damn near almost $10 a shot now.
Yeah, I was gonna say realistically, I'll probably just use it for elk hunting. It'll be
Guaranteed
okay.
target kill in a 50 round.
Yeah,
That bitch
exactly.
is dropping where it's at. Fuck that. It's gonna start bleeding immediately.
I don't even have to worry about it, and it guts it for me. It's a win-win.
Yeah, but you're spreading the guts.
That's
You don't
true.
want none of that on the meat because then it spoils the meat immediately.
Yeah.
People
He's
so
gotta
stupid.
like he's gotta like go for the leg, you know? Nah, fucking I think if I'm gonna go for elk, I wanna get a one of like the 7 mils. Cause a 7 mil would be perfect.
Mhm.
Cause I know everyone's like, oh, 6.5 Creedmoor. No. The first time I ever went out here, even my buddy, when he went in Colorado, same fucking thing. They completely shit on 6.5 Creedmoor because they're like, yeah, if you want to go ahead and fucking track the thing, go ahead, use 6.5. But if you want to drop that bitch and only have to walk a couple hundred yards, you're gonna want to use 7 mil.
Mhm. Kinetic stoppage.
Yeah. Fuck, you
Right.
gotta get
It's
a
out here in
firearm
Massachusetts.
license.
Oh. No. You have to meet certain qualifications.
Oh man,
You're asking for a license to have a deadly item.
that's what I hate, man.
Shall not be infringed. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
yeah, exactly. You shouldn't have to get a license. Like, See, I could see for like a class 3. Yeah.
What's the difference between a class 3 and a switch?
Well, the Switch would technically fall under class 3, wouldn't it? Because it would be a modification to make said firearm a toggle for fully automatic. That
Class 3 is
switch,
already automatic.
yeah, but that switch, because a class 3 would technically be any gun that can toggle, right? Because a
No,
technical,
fail. Automatic.
really,
Yes,
okay,
automatic. You can have a Vector fully automatic. You can have an OG-AK and
right,
OG-M1A1 M16.
yeah, because
You can
that's
have the full burst. You can
yeah,
have the full auto.
yeah, actual assault rifles.
An M16 is an assault rifle. There is no
Yeah,
difference.
yeah, no. So the
You're
technical
getting military
classification
grade.
is it just the technical classification is that it's a rifle with the toggle between semi and full or burst. Burst falls under there.
It's not the one or, it's the addition of the one.
Mm-hmm.
The civilian population can't have automatic weapons.
Yeah.
This is why the police rifles are military grade,
Yeah.
because they also have a class 3 FFL.
Mm,
This is why they have automatic weapons.
yeah. Yeah, the SWAT teams and shit like that, especially because I think
MP5s.
they use the M4s, don't they? The SWAT teams. I think some do.
The real SWAT teams use the MP5. It's a 9mm cased in a fucking weapon
Right.
housing, about 75% my shoulders.
Fuck. I was gonna
You know
buy
what the
one.
MP7 is, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a fully automatic 9mm.
Yeah. I want one so bad. I'm not even gonna lie.
Gonna take you class 3. And a
I know
minimum of
it's
like $3,000 a year to keep the class.
yeah. Well, I don't know how much it is out here, but I know all you have to do is go down and talk with the sheriff, and if he deems that you're okay to have a class 3, then with his recommendation, you can put in the paperwork.
You can put in the paperwork without his recommendation.
Hmm.
He is not the deciding factor.
Okay.
Look into your codes. Fuck
Fuck, you'll have
policy.
to.
Look into the codes. If the code says it doesn't need the sheriff's recommendation to get your FFL class 3,
Right.
you don't need the sheriff's recommendation to get your FFL class 3. Now,
Huh.
with that being said, would it be better to go get the qualification or the recommendation? Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, are you required to put your social security number on any governmental documentation requesting assistance?
No.
Try
It's,
to do it and get assistance.
yeah, they won't approve it, but I mean,
You have to put them into a legal bind.
yeah.
It's not a requirement, it's an option.
Hmm.
And they cannot deny you because you denied the option.
Right.
Boogity boogity boo.
Yeah, no, it's God, it's so weird out here because a lot of our shops out here, they have, well, like the one down the way from me, they have a whole selection where if you have your class 3, but they also have a range in the building so you can rent them for the day and shoot them there.
Mm-hmm.
It is my favorite place to go.
Well, imagine when you don't have to go to that place and you can go to your own place and have your own play toys.
Yep. That's why I'm hoping they'll because I believe as long as the ATF goes how I think it's gonna go, all those regulations aren't gonna mean shit.
Shall not be infringed.
Exactly.
It's going to go back to pre 1913.
I'm
And the
actually,
more you understand this and the faster you get yourself ahead of the fucking curve, the better your generations will suffice.
yeah,
I'm not leaving mine. Don't get me wrong, I'm leaving mine, but
right.
I'm going to leave what I've come to know as knowledge.
Yeah.
And it's something quite impressive.
Fuck, and especially the next investment is definitely going to be, I think, property.
That's a
I'm just kind of,
liability.
well, I'm just kind of waiting for the market to take a shit because that's going to be the perfect time, especially
I'll be
for
right back.
anybody. All right,
She's still there though.
What's up?
how much? Just hanging out. You're
How's my
good.
next over? You see her over there passed out.
Just knocked out.
How's it going? Oh,
Not
here
too
you go.
bad.
That was fun.
I finished all 3 blunts and I'm debating packing a bowl, but I haven't quite gotten there.
Nice. Cameo try too.
Yeah, shit. I'm still debating if I want to do, because I'm putting together a deer rifle. And I was gonna go 5.56, and if I go 5.56, I can also run 2.23, I believe, which would save me a little bit of money on range days.
Are you saying ammo being 5.56 or barrel being 5.56?
I believe you can get them to where like you can order full uppers where it'll shoot either.
That means it's chambered for one, and the other one just happens to work in it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because if you're chambered for the other one and you put the other one in it, as soon as you pull the
Yeah.
trigger, that barrel's exploding. You cannot put 5.56 in a 2.23. The barrel's not strong enough.
Mm. I think it's the 5.56 that can shoot 2.23.
The 5.56 is military grade. It's extra
Yeah.
grained and it's extra powdered.
Yeah. Fucking my buddy, he was like, just get green tips, they're super cheap. I was like, I don't fucking what am I shooting at that's wearing a vest? I don't need green tips. I'm not gonna be a deer's not gonna walk out wearing Kevlar.
I don't know. If shit goes the way it's going, they're bringing back dire wolves and fucking like
God,
there's all
that's
sorts of
true.
pictures of shit around. And yeah, dude, I mean,
I'm not. I think we'll be okay.
imagine an old school timber wolf that at
Yep.
shoulders is 6.5 foot.
Fuck that. Cause my dog that we had, she was husky and
You played Ark,
Timberwolf
right?
mix.
You played Ark, right?
Mhm.
How big are the timber wolves on Ark?
Oh, they're fucking huge. I mean, let's be honest, it would be pretty cool. Like, car runs out of gas, you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna ride my wolf to work.
Have some Star or some Warcraft in there for like straight orc status, running around on fucking wolves.
You'd open the satchel on my fucking saddle, and it would just be all my smoking shit in there.
All the flour and wax and everything. Have the bong in your backpack
Yeah.
tied to your back.
See, and then I'm like, technically, if you were stoned, could you get a DUI on a wolf? I don't know if that's possible. At least I'd be the first to ever do it, though.
Okay.
You could get public intoxication.
How? You're sleeping.
Oh, sleeping? I thought you
Who's the
talking
one
about
driving?
driving.
Who's the one
No,
driving
I'm saying
home?
you're not driving a vehicle, so I don't see how you could get pulled over. But I guess if like there's public
Yeah.
intoxication laws.
They have to wake you up first.
You're just high as
I don't
fuck,
know if
assed
somebody
out,
thinks I
draped
don't
over
know
the
if I'm
saddle.
driving a walk around.
Well, okay. Prime example,
Okay, so just
like
sleeping on the back of a
just like here. What happens if an Amish man is passed out in his cart
Yeah.
because he's drunk? Can he catch a DUI?
I don't see why.
They'll try.
Feasible.
But he's operating a vehicle.
This is true.
No, he's not.
Horse the driver.
What? Yeah.
The
I
horse
mean,
knows its way home.
yeah.
So who do you pull over and give the ticket to? Because the horse is the one in control here.
Yeah. So I was passing through Lincoln, Montana on a trip, and we stopped in at one of the bars to grab something to eat. And they were talking about one of the locals, and this man lost his license for DUI, started riding his lawnmower to get to the bar. Police said no to that. So he started riding one of them small, like kids, like pit bike, dirt bikes to the bar.
It's
They
still
said no to
motorized.
that.
That's why he's fucking up.
Yeah, yeah. Eventually, they said no to that. So he started riding his horse. And after that, they're like, fuck it. At least he can get home safe.
Because he's not the one driving. The horse
It-
is.
yeah. So I guess basically at the end of the night, he'll go drape his ass over the saddle. The horse will walk home and just buck his ass off on the porch.
It's sad that it knows to drop him at the porch.
Yeah.
That's some good training, though.
I was like, fuck, man, I'm about to just stay a couple days out there just so I can witness it. Like, I feel like I need to fucking see it happen.
Well, I'm hoping all this shit by Friday happens. Because if so, some crazy shit's gonna start happening, Doc.
Right?
And I mean some crazy shit. Talking this time next year. See this all this right here?
Yep.
That's gonna change.
Hell yeah.
Crazy things are gonna start happening. We're gonna start being places.
Yeah. Fuck.
Take a 2-week vacation to another spot and be like, fuck it.
One of the guys that we used to know that used to do maintenance at the old place that we rented when I first got out here. The property that he owns, this man literally owns like the whole side of a fucking mountain.
Nice.
It would be so awesome to have a piece of property like that.
Now the question: does he own the mineral rights at the same time? Because if not, he just owns the top 6 feet.
More than likely, because he's like a whole like. I honestly, he's more than likely a sovereign citizen. Like he's into
Remember
that
that code?
whole sort of thing.
Remember that code I had you look up?
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a sovereign citizen.
Right.
Only a sovereign citizen is the dumbass that still uses his social security number instead of the trust EIN.
Right.
Because that still ties you to the identity, which you are no longer. You're a trust. You're a trustee.
Right.
And when you act as a trustee, that's a private contract. The government cannot interfere with private contracts.
Just some crackhead screaming around on the path.
I'd keep your shit on. I'd keep your shit on and play with the fucking magazine. Still got one in the chamber, right?
Yeah.
Turn your light back on. Start playing with your clip.
I just have it sitting in my lap.
Well, I get that. But if he knows you got a 35 round mag, he ain't finna fuck with you.
That's true.
That or he's gonna pull out what he's got and it's about to be a pop off.
That's true.
But if he doesn't, he gonna see that clip and go, "Ooh, shit! I need to get the fuck away from here." Damn, it's 2:45. Yeah, I'm out, yo.
All right, bro. I'll catch you later.
Peace out.
Deuces.
Stay shiny.
Jesus, my G. Fuck, I didn't know it was 2:45. Holy fuck, dude! It's still gonna take me an hour some change to get to sleep.
Damn.
And
Later,
I'll
bro.
probably still be up by 9 o'clock to start the stream.
Fuck.
Oh yeah, just watch.
Shit.
All
I'll
right,
try to catch a stream in the morning.
all right,
Deuces, bro.
all right.
Peace out.